Hello everyone and welcome to Linux command line tutorial series. This is tutorial number 11. I highly recommend watching tutorial number 10 before watching this video. I explained how to use alias, which we will be using in this video. In this video, we will learn how to use stat command. Stat command is used to show statistics regarding a file, statistics of a file. It's like right clicking and viewing for properties in Windows, or right clicking and selecting get info on a Mac computer. So it's basically like all the information when the file was last accessed or when the file was last modified, and we will get into all that stuff in this video. And this video is a prerequisite for the upcoming video where we will learn how to use touch command. So great stuff, let's get started. First of all, I'll go ahead and create one file, and let's say cat, and I'm not on the terminal, now I'm on the terminal, cat, and we'll say new.txt, and let's say hello, how are you, I am good, what about you? And it doesn't matter, it's just to fill in some text. And okay, so first thing first, if you do stat and pass in name of the file, which is new.txt, you see this stuff. So this is like, I don't know everything, but these are file permissions. And is it a directory or a file? Of course it's a file. Who is the owner and the group and stuff. This is the size of the file, and there are a bunch of timestamps. So that's what we are interested in this video, is the timestamps. In Mac OS, particularly I think in Unix, there are like 4 timestamps. One is a birth timestamp, when the first time the file was ever created, that's birth. Accessed timestamp is when was the last time the file was accessed. And modified is when the file was last modified. And there is one last one, which is changed. Changed is everything. Whenever the file, anything happens on the file, change timestamp is updated to the current timestamp. That's how it works. So we are basically interested in viewing this stats, this timestamps, which will be used for the next video. Well, it's good to learn and it's fun for me. Like, it took me like a couple of hours to figure out how it's done. So this is not fun to read. It's really ambiguous and we don't know what's what, So so let's open up manual for stat. So we will be using this F command, which is pretty amazing. We will be formatting the whole output, the whole statistic thing, and it will look really cool in the end. And we will also be creating an alias, which will make it really short and fun to use, which we'll be able to use it in the next video. So let's go ahead. And I might be coming back to this manual because a lot of stuff to do. Okay. So first of all, stat, and I said we will be using -f. Let's do some basic stuff. So if you want name of the file, you say %n, and it will spit out name of the file. That's that. If you want to see birth, when was the file first created, then you will say capital B new. Well, this is in seconds from epoch time, but this is not human readable, so let's make it human readable, and we will say %sb new.txt, and this makes much more sense. So we created it today, which is September 29, and it was like 9:39. Okay, so good. And basically everything is pretty much same right now, and it's going to be hard to see the difference, but you know what, still let's go ahead and do it. So let's see when was the file last accessed. We can see that with A, and once again we will need S in front, so new.txt. And this is a because after creating the file we never accessed it, so let's go ahead and change it. Okay, so do note this time right now, and let's cat new.txt, and we use the file to show the output, right? So let's go ahead and check the accessed timestamp again, and now you can see the access timestamp has changed, right? And always I told you about the changed timestamp, which will always change. So if we see %sc new.txt, it will be same as this one. I think not. So I think the only time timestamp changed is when you modify it. So when it really changes. So let's go ahead and try to change some stuff inside the. Once again, let's see how to see modified timestamp. So we will say m new.txt, which is similar to the creation, the birth time, right? So let's go ahead and make modifications to the file and see if the changed timestamp is changed as well or not. So we will do, let's append some stuff. So we will do new.txt and we will add I am amazing. I'm so glad you asked. How is your school going? Okay, that's enough. Control D, and let's not clear this yet, So let's go ahead and see the accessed timestamp first, which is going to be, damn, my bad. So I forgot the % sign. So it will be %s access timestamp new.txt, which is changed to 45. It is 45 right now. And let's check the birth timestamp. Birth timestamp never changes. It will stick to the time when it was created, the first time the file was created. And we will check the modified timestamp now. So let's do stat modified %s modified new.txt, and this time you can see it is changed. And let's check the -f %s changed new.txt, and this one changed as well. So anyways, like checking all this stuff, typing this out every time, it's pretty hard. And on the other hand, reading this is difficult. It's hard to make sense what's going on here. So we will make it more readable and it will be fun. So the real tutorial begins now. What we will be doing is we will be combining all this stuff in one format and make it really cool and really readable, right? So %n is used for new line. And first of all, let's start with a new file name. So we will say file name this, and we will say file, it was n, and do this, and new.txt, and hit enter. Oh, we can see file name looks pretty cool. We are getting there. So let's add some line breaks in the end as well. You know what, let's clear it out. Okay, looks pretty good. Now we will add birth timestamp with this. So let's do that, and this are for the end, so don't mess with that. And once again, let's give a line break so that begins in the new line. So birth, and birth was S capital B, and let's see how it looks. Oh, looks pretty good. We are getting there. So now after birth, once again, new line, we will say let's say accessed, yeah, whatever, accessed. Yep, I think that's how you spell it. Let me check. Google Chrome accessed Yep, looks like that's how you spell it. Anyways, so accessed, and we don't want this space. And here we will say %s and a. Remember, %s specifies that this is supposed to be converted to a string, which makes it more human readable. It's for us. And then two more to go, which is one is modified. So this is going to be modified, and we will say %s and m. And once again, one last thing remains is changed, and this is going to be %s and c. And let's see how it looks pretty good, but you know, it feels like there's more to it, right? So let's go ahead and make, so the way you get in front of line is by command Control A, and go here, and let's add in a tab right there, and %t is for a tab. Okay, looks good. And this time let's add it for birth, and I think we need 2 as far as I remember when I practiced this thing. Yep, 2. And when you press Alt and use the arrow key, it will go like word by word, like in front of the word. If you, yeah, in front of the word, right? So it's navigation becomes much more easier and faster. And for accessed, as far as I remember, it was just 1t. Okay, pretty good. Let's do it for modified. And for modified, it was supposed to be 2. You know what, let's take a chance and make it 2 for both modified and change. Let's don't waste time testing it out. Oops. Okay. Modified went way too far. So let's remove one tab from modified, and ooh, looks pretty insane. So you don't want to type this every time. And what if you want to change the file name? Every time you have to do this and change the file name. It's not fun. So we will be creating an alias. What you will do is go ahead and copy this stuff. Copy this formula, and I'll do Command C, and bam. And you can hit Control U to clear it out. So clear, and right now you can see I have 2 aliases, and I will be creating cstat. So cstat is not used. So let's go ahead and create our alias. So be cstat equals to, and we will use single colon because we have double colon inside our formula, and Command V, Command cstat equal to Command V. Damn, I lost it. Okay, I have one more way. I use Alfred. This is a software which stores your clipboard. So, and yeah, I'll just a second. Okay. And okay, let's try again. Okay, it's there. It's just, I just copied paste, so it doesn't matter. You don't need this software to do this, but it just makes it quicker. And go ahead and hit enter. And now if you check alias, we still don't have alias. Oh, we forget to put alias. So this, we just created a variable. Okay, let's try again. Alias cstat equals to single colon, paste it, and for single colon, and enter. And let's try again. And we have it here, right here. And let's go ahead and use it. So clear this out. And let's say we have new.txt. Let's go ahead and create one more file. So which is going to be one more.txt. And let's say hey, and Control D. So let's go ahead and use it for our new file. So we will say cstat one more.txt, and bam, one more.txt, right? And it was created. See, all the timestamps are same because this is the creation, right? And it's 9:52 right there, and you can see it's all right here. This are seconds. There are, of course, there is something like up and down in seconds because birth is definitely different than modified and changed. And let's use it for cstat new.txt. and we can see all the timestamps right there. Let's go ahead and add some stuff to our newly created file, which was one more, and we will append some stuff to it. And let's add one more hello and Control D, and let's do cstat one more.txt, and this time you can see all these 3 timestamps were changed: accessed because the file was accessed, and modified because the file we did modify the file and changed. So yeah, and so now if we just access the file, so we can just say cat one more.txt and go ahead and do cstat one more, we can see that the accessed timestamp changed. So pretty cool. We make sure you have this alias right there, because we will be using this alias in the next video when we learn about touch, and it will make life a lot easier. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, and I'll see you next time.